Hey world! It is time for the March wrap-up, and this month I had a lot of time, so I read a lot and saw a lot of films, so it's a big one. Let's just jump right into it. So first off, I finally read Cinder, the first part of the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer, and I've wanted to read this for such a long time. I love fairy tales and I love steampunk and I love everything that's kind of futuristic and stuff, so just to think that all of this kind of goes into one series is just amazing. So I finally got the first part and I read it and I loved it. I was a bit confused by the technical terms at times. I thought it was a bit much sometimes. I do have a lot of like paragraphs where I just kind of skipped through because it was just kind of technical mumble jumble and I didn't know what was going on. But in total, I really love this. I love Eco. Eco is just so adorable, and I love that I already know she'll be there for longer. I also noticed that this video has kind of a theme regarding the books, because the next one I read was Dark Love by Mia Hubble, or Habel, or Habel, whatever, where I read the German version translated by Diana Bürgel. And this is also kind of futuristic techno cyborg thing. It's zombies, but still it has the same vibe going on. I didn't expect to love a book about zombies that much. It's just the concept is so amazing. Like, I don't want to spoil anything, but I think this is the only zombie story I truly can agree with, which is wonderful, and the characters are so amazing. I think that Mia Hubble has a really great way of describing characters and of making characters, because I felt like every single character, even the ones that were only mentioned like twice or stuff, like the really small characters, even they had something special about them. Every single character had a little detail that made them important and special, and an actual rounded realistic character, and I really loved that about this. But there were some random sentences just thrown in there about the artwork's appearance, like you'd have a paragraph talking about, like, I don't know, a romantic scene or a fight scene or something really intense, and then you just have a random sentence, and he wore a black jacket, and then it goes on. So that kind of threw me off sometimes, but apart from that, I really like this book, and I'm looking forward to reading the rest of them, although it'll probably take me a while because I have to order them and all that stuff. The Hitchhiker's Guide, also my 2017 to read goal, also kind of in this futuristic kind of genre, and I actually managed to read the first 2 books this month, which I'm really proud of. I only finished the second part yesterday, but these books, so yeah, it's The Hitchhiker's Guide by Douglas Adams. I read the German version, translated by Benjamin Schwarz. They are so damn funny. Like, honestly, if you want to read something futuristic, if you're into like space and spaceships and galaxy stuff at all, and you want to read something that isn't all about everything will end and the universe will die, then read these. These are so funny. They are so funny. I actually laughed out loud like a billion times. And then I read a book that I actually don't have on me because it's only out as an ebook yet, which is my dad's book. My dad wrote a book, which is quite amazing. I mean, my dad is an official author now. So the book is in German, so if you don't speak German or can't read German, I'm really sorry you can't read it. But if you do want to read it or listen to it, I think the audiobook is out already, or at least he wants to put it out soon. I'm gonna leave all the links in the down, but I'm so proud of him. It's so amazing, and I actually really loved it. I know I'm a bit biased, but I really liked it. So it's kind of a crime book, but not really. It's mostly based on kind of the structure of our little village and the people here, but not too much, so it's really funny actually. It's really funny and kind of cozy and homely, and I loved reading it so much. But it also is really interesting because there are little details that then help find the murderer, and yeah, it's just, I'm so proud of him. And then the last book I read this month kind of falls out of the theme we had before. It's Simon versus the Homo Sapiens agenda. And I had a lot of luck this month with my reads because I loved every single book I read till now, and then I got to this. And it was the perfect ending to a perfect reading month. This book is, as I said, I'm a slow reader. I read this in one night, straight up, in one sitting. I stayed up till 3 AM. It's just so intense. I fell in love with every single character in this book, mostly with the kind of two main characters with the email boys. And I just couldn't put it down until I knew what would happen. The writing style too. The writing style is so smart, but in a really simplistic way, and I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but it's just how I felt when I read it, and I adore this book so much. I adore it so much. I really want to reread it right away, but I'm scared that that'll kind of ruin the first reading experience. But it's just, there are so many wonderful quotes, and I love it so much. And that's it for the books. Now onto the films. There were quite a few. Now the first is actually a little show that I saw, Kiss Him Not Me, which is actually an anime, and I made an entire review which will be here and in the links down below, because I had a lot of thoughts on it. The review is spoiler free in the first half and then a little bit spoilery in the second half. But there's a little warning, so if you want to know my in-depth opinions on Kiss Him Not Me, the anime, then just watch that. Then I finally saw Bodyguard, which I guess most of you know about. Bodyguard is the story of the singer Rachel Marin, I hope I said that right, and her bodyguard. And it has wonderful songs by Whitney Houston, and it's just... it's such a great concept, and I didn't like it. I'm so sorry, I know it's kind of a classic, but I just thought that Rachel was so stupid. I just couldn't stand her. She was just, the decisions she made, the things she said, she just made me really angry because she was so stupid, and I really didn't like this film. The film I did really like was Moana, or as it's called in German, it's Vajana. I don't know why that is. I think there was something about a porno in Germany that's called Moana. I'm not sure if that's true. Don't take my word for it. But yes, I did really love Moana slash Vajana. I saw it with my best friend and it was so wonderful. I love the songs. Mostly the German translations of songs aren't that great, but this time it actually really worked. I do have some doubts considering the plot, but I think kids would realize it, and yeah, I'm gonna say it's a kids film, so that's okay. I think what fascinated me most about this, or what I liked most about this, wasn't actually that much the film itself, but the animations. Because it's just... most Disney characters or Pixar characters or any princess-like characters are just so super thin, and they don't really have any proportions and don't have really that much figure, which is fine. I know that there are actual people out there who are kind of really thin, and I know I don't have that much proportions myself, and I just loved that Moana had hips and she had a bit thicker arms, and it really worked. She was still beautiful, but she had an actual body. And this isn't body shaming for anyone who's thin. I don't mean it that way. I just mean that I think it's wonderful that we get female characters in animated films that look different. And I love that. I was so happy about that. And I think it's just really important. Then I also went to the premiere of Beauty and the Beast. I didn't expect to love it that much. I'm just gonna be honest, I didn't expect to like it the way I did. Because I actually thought, okay, they're doing a reboot of Beauty and the Beast and they're doing it with actual actors. This can't go well. But it did! It did really work, and the songs were so amazing. The animations were wonderful. I actually couldn't tell what parts were animated and what not, so I think that's really good. And the new songs. I didn't think Emma Watson was that great, at least not in the first part. I don't really know why, but I did have some trouble with her in the first half of the film. Then I kind of saw like 3 smaller films that I'm not gonna talk too much about in depth, which were Wir können Auch Anders, which is a German film, kind of around the time when Germany was reunited, and it's just really weird in a funny way. Then Toni Erdmann, which got a bunch of prizes, like all the prizes there are in Germany, this film got it. And I think it deserved it. It's really, really long and it's really, really weird, and I still don't quite know what to think about it. But it was interesting. And then I saw SMS für dich, which is also a German film, and I don't think it has been translated. I'm not quite sure about it, but I don't think it has been. And it's basically just about a man and a woman writing SMS and falling in love through them. It's kind of a weird story, but I do have to say the actors were amazing. I personally don't think we have that many great German famous actors, but this film did a good job at finding them. Also a really sweet film was A Monster in Paris, which is an animated film that I've never heard about before, but that was just so cute. It was so cute. It's basically about kind of an experiment going wrong, I guess, and then a little insect goes big and human-like. And he also can sing for some reason. He can't speak, but he can sing. I don't quite understand how that worked, but it did. The singing in it was really sweet, but there was no actual background music. There were scenes where this monster was kind of chased by the police, and it was really all dramatic and exciting and dark, and there was just no background music. No background music at all, which kind of made it a bit lame. And then, last but not least, I saw 2 shows. The first of one being Luke Cage, and the second one is the YouTube show, the Lizzie Bennet Diaries. And I loved the Lizzie Bennet Diaries. I thought it was a really great idea to redo Pride and Prejudice, and it really worked well. They had a lot of funny twists and a lot of great other actors, like a great cast, I guess. I thought it was just a really cool concept, and they did well. Luke Cage is a really cool concept as well, and I thought they didn't do so well. I'm not that much into this whole anti-hero thing. I do love the characters themselves, but somehow the shows just don't work for me. I don't know what it is, but they don't. But yeah, I guess that's it for my March wrap up. As you see, it was quite a long month for me reading and film-wise. I hope you always have a reason to smile, and I shall see you next week. Goodbye!